Hey, it's Mike. I'm back. I'm doing a Vinyl Finds kind of video today, just recent pickups. Had a birthday this past month, so got some birthday presents to show, and then some various records I either got at the store or I think all of these are actually special orders. Don't really have a whole lot of luck finding things in stores as of late. So anyway, let's get on with this. So my birthday was like in the middle of July, and of course, Courtney always comes through and finds some records off my want list and ordered a couple. These are ones I've been sitting on my want list for a couple of years now. And the price was just right on both of these. So they had been heavily discounted recently. So she went ahead and grabbed them, which is fantastic. The first one is a debut album by a band called the Melody's Echo Chamber. It's really just one person. Her name is Melody Prochet, and French singer. She collaborated with Kevin Parker from Tame Impala and created this music. I think that they were an item at the time, dating, and she recorded this in his studio in Perth, Australia. And how I describe her music is she does the vocals, and it's very much psychedelic pop, like electronic psychedelic pop. Well, electronics, but there's other instruments. But it's just really wild, beautiful, crazy stuff. Her voice is amazing. She sings in English sometimes. She sings in French sometimes. I love this music. I've always wanted to have this album on vinyl. I've been listening to it for a long, long time. I forget where it was suggested to me, but it was many, many years ago before I started collecting vinyl again. And so I've been collecting like her albums. I think it was last Christmas that I got her two of her other albums, her second and third albums. And now I've got the debut, which is the one I've always wanted because this is, I believe, her best release. It's just self-titled Melody's Echo Chamber. The song that I really love off of this is Quand vas tu rentrer? I don't know how to pronounce that, and my daughter would be able to pronounce this much better in French, but anyway, I love that song. This is the insert that it came with, just a two-sided printed insert with some liner notes, and then just an image on the other side, and black vinyl. Love this album. I'll show you. These were the other two that I got recently. This is her second album and her third album, Emotional Eternal. I'm not crazy. Bon Voyage is the second album. I'm not crazy about this album. I might actually sell this one. I don't know why. It's just a miss for me, this album, the second one. But her third album I really like. It just kind of gets back into form, at least as far as I'm concerned, and really sounds awesome on this one. Again, it's called Emotional Eternal, her third album. She put out a fourth album, but it was basically an unreleased album that she had recorded earlier, years earlier. And I don't have that one yet. I need to look into it, listen to it, see if that's something that I want. But anyway, Melody's Echo Chamber, that was my first birthday present from Courtney. And then the next one that I got, this is a big bad one that I've been wanting for quite a while. This is Rush live, Rush in Rio, live in Rio de Janeiro. I've had this on DVD and the CD, but I've never had it on vinyl. It's four record set, excuse me, and it's kind of this book style presentation box set kind of deal. And it cost a pretty penny, but it was greatly reduced on Amazon, so she went ahead and snagged it. I've been wanting this for a long time. Yeah, so there's the songs listing. What I love about this live recording versus others, this was recorded on the Vapor Trails tour. If you're familiar with their discography, it was one of the later albums, like their third to last album that they put out. And it was, like I said, it was recorded in Rio de Janeiro, this huge soccer stadium. And what they did with the live recording on this is that they left in a lot of the crowd noise. Usually with Rush live albums, at least in the past, they would kind of suck out all that crowd noise the audience noise, and you could hear the music a lot better. But it was really kind of a hushed audience on the recordings. But this one is, the audience is really pushed to the forefront, and it really sounds like you're there in a live show, and you're surrounded by the audience around you. And it's got some great songs on it. It's got La Villa Strangiato. That performance is crazy that Alex does, and you know, it's got Tom Sawyer, of course. But they start off the concert with Tom Sawyer, which is very strange because usually that's kind of an encore type of song. But you know, YYZ, Natural Science. It's got a lot of great stuff that I love by them. Yeah, so finally have this. I'll show it to you. It folds out like this, and it's got all the storytelling about the concert experience. And in each one of these is a record inside each one of these sleeves here. And lots of pictures of the band, really cool. So instead of coming with a booklet or inserts, it just comes with this, like this book style presentation. So yeah, Rush in Rio. This is actually, I think, the last of the vinyl concert box set kind of releases that I don't have, that haven't had for a while. So now I finally have it on vinyl, and very cool. Thank you, Courtney. I love this. I love listening to Rush, and I love listening to them live recordings. I think they sound even better live than they do in the studio. So very cool. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. Next one. So these are some records that I did special orders. I find things and I'm like, oh, I better grab that before it's gone. This is one of them. This is Cocteau Twins. This is a promotional album that was released by Capitol Records at the same time that they put out their box set way back when. This is the box set in question, and it's a collection of CDs. It's got 9 of their EPs with non-album tracks, mostly non-album tracks, and then it's got this bonus CD with rare unreleased tracks, and it's got, as you can see, it's got kind of the same design as the record that I got. So it's kind of a companion. The vinyl is kind of a companion to this CD box set that I got, and but it's promotional only. It wasn't released as a regular something that you could just purchase. It's promo only, not for sale. But it's basically a sampler of 10 of the songs that you will find on that CD box set that I just showed you. And what's cool about it too, why I really wanted to have this on vinyl, is that it's got Dials and Hi Monkey Monk. Those 2 songs were not released on vinyl before, so now I've got those 2 songs on vinyl. They were only released previously on this CD, which you could only get through the box set. So rare stuff, unreleased stuff. This is what the label looks like. Capitol, promo only, white label, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But it's pretty good condition, a little bit of ring wear, but really good condition. It sounds great. Dials is a song, it's kind of almost like an instrumental. Well, not really. She sings on it, but it's not really an instrumental, but it's a song that it's just kind of a dreamy type of song. And when I saw them on the Heaven or Las Vegas tour, they opened with that song playing, just a recording of it in the background, and then they all came out and started with the concert. So anyway, Cocteau Twins, promo sampler, whatever you want to call it, what the official title of it is, Capitol sampler, who knows. So anyway, that was that, and there's more Cocteau stuff coming up, but in the meantime, speaking of Rush, this is the second album by Alex Lifeson, the guitarist for Rush. He has this new project that he's been working on the past few years. This is their second album by the band, called Envy of None. This is called Stygian Waves, and it's really cool. I got their first album. I forgot to pull it. I was going to pull it out and show it. I forgot to do that. But anyway, this is their second album, just came out recently in the past couple of months, and comes with this little insert with all the lyrics there, and I think these are liner notes on the back. And then the record itself came in this sleeve, and there's a picture of the band, and there's Alex Lifeson right there. Yeah, so, and I got the limited edition blue vinyl version. Sounds really good. The music itself, what does it sound like? It doesn't sound like Rush at all. It doesn't sound like prog music at all. It sounds to me more like, what I liken it to is kind of like Garbage, the band Garbage. Kind of like that kind of music, kind of not kind of indie, but kind of with a industrial type of heavier edge to it, kind of music, indie rock with, female vocals. Her voice actually it doesn't remind me of Shirley Manson from Garbage. It reminds me more of Evanescence, that kind of vocal quality. So maybe not as good of a singer as the woman from Evanescence, but she's really good. She's really nice, and she's got a great voice, really nice music. Yeah, so it's kind of in the Garbage. If you've ever heard of the band Duke Spirit, the Duke Spirit out of the UK, I really love them. I don't have any of their vinyl, but the music kind of sounds like that as well, if you know the Duke Spirit. The very last song, Stygian Waves, the 10th song on this album, I believe it's 10, maybe 11. It's got a really really cool Middle Eastern kind of influence to it. It's really nice. The whole album is really good. I enjoyed it. I was at the gym yesterday and I listened to the whole thing while I was doing my exercises. Sounded great. So Envy of None, happy to have it. Yeah, so that's that. Again, Alex Lifeson, the guitarist for Rush. This is what he's up to. Next thing, I got a couple of, these are the last two things I'm going to show. These are a couple of reissues that I've been waiting forever for. Things that I've always wanted to have, and if you were to buy old or originals or old reissues, they would cost you anywhere from $100, $200, $300. So I'm like, I'm not spending that kind of money. I'll just wait. Eventually these will get repressed, and sure enough they did. The first one, Sunday, Static and Silence. I ordered this through Interscope, and of course it came a week or two after everybody else had already had it. Whichever format, whichever vendor I order records from, pre-order records from, I always choose the very last, the one that sends it the very last. So if you want to get your records late, just reach out to me and I'll let you know how I ordered it, and I'll guarantee you that you will be the last one to get it, because I always do. Yeah, so originally released, well, I don't know, this reissue says Geffen, but I ordered it through Interscope Records. Sunday, Static and Silence, this is their third and last release. I love this album. This to me, I mean, I love Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, their first album. I would say this is right up next to it as being just about as good, if not as good. Summertime is fantastic. The song Cry. So the first song on side A, the first song on side B are my two favorite songs off of this. Love this. So happy to have this on vinyl finally. The inner sleeve's really nice. Lyrics there, and it's lined. It's like poly-lined or whatever. It's paper, but it's lined, poly-lined or whatever. So that's really nice little touch. Usually record companies just throw you a paper sleeve and that's it, and don't give you any lyrics or anything. So that was a really nice touch. And I got the, what is it called? Let me reference my notes here. Moonglow Galaxy is how they describe this vinyl. So I think a lot of the people that got this record early might have been ones that just got the black vinyl, and maybe that was the holdup for me, I'm not sure. But this is what this vinyl looks like. It's kind of a marbled gray, white with a little bit of darker gray as well. Looks really nice, sounds really good. It's nice and quiet. The pressing's really quiet, so I enjoy that a lot. Yeah, so I finally got it. And then speaking of reissues that I've been waiting forever for, never thought I was gonna get it, and finally arrived yesterday. This is something that I pre-ordered through Rough Trade, and I knew I should have known better because I've had problems with Rough Trade before ordering things. If you remember Mickey Berenyi Trio, I had all kinds of screw-ups getting the CD in that I pre-ordered. Well, I pre-ordered this through Rough Trade as well. It was the first thing that I saw that carried it, and they carried a vinyl variant, and I thought, okay, well, I'll order it through Rough Trade. And then I like a couple weeks ago, I saw somebody show it on their video. I'm like, crap, mine's not even like, mine hasn't even been sent yet. Like Rough Trade hasn't even notified me that it's even in the mail, and this person is showing it on their channel. And then I went to the record store like a week ago, and there it was. Even the variant that I ordered was sitting there on the shelf. They had a whole bunch of them. They had like 10 copies of this album. And I'm like, why the hell am I waiting and waiting and waiting for my pre-order? I pre-ordered it like months ago, and I'm like the last person to get it. It always happens. It's frustrating. But the album is Mazzy Star's debut album, She Hangs Brightly. I love this album. It's one of my top favorite albums of all time. Halla, the very first song, is just a masterpiece to me. I absolutely love that song. I fell in love with Mazzy Star the second I bought this on CD way back when it came out in 1990, and I heard that song Halla, and I was just absolutely mesmerized by this band and bought everything of theirs since then. But then I was only buying CDs at the time, so now I've been purchasing the vinyl. I had all their vinyl, except I did not have the original, or not a copy of their debut album. And I wasn't going to pay the price for an original because they're in several $100s, a few $100s to get those. So finally, I think this is Capitol. This is on Capitol, this reissue. I ordered it again through Rough Trade. They said, they finally sent me like a notice that the tracking number had been created or whatever. So I look it up in tracking, and it says, well, the post office hasn't received it yet, but here's your tracking number. And then weeks went by, or at least a week or so went by, and it was saying that it still hadn't been shipped. And even though I had seen it on the shelves in the record store and they haven't even shipped it yet, like, why do I pre-order when they do that kind of crap? So I'm going to stop pre-ordering through Rough Trade. Long story short, lesson learned. But this sounds, it doesn't come with an inner sleeve. But the back, everything, all the artwork is just how I remember, just how it is on the CD. And really, I mean, it came in like really nice condition, at least. At least I didn't get seam splits or bent corners. And it's on this aqua vinyl with kind of a black smoke. They call it marble, but I think this is more of a black smoke effect. But yeah, it looks really beautiful, and it sounds amazing. I put it on last night as soon as I got it, just quiet as can be, just completely silent. And the music just sounds really rich and full, and love this album. Love Mazzy Star, love this album. So happy to finally have this on vinyl. So I forgot, I've got something to show that's on CD. So one more thing to show. I order these whenever I see them at a good price. So I'm trying to fill out my collection of this stuff. Robin Guthrie, the guitarist for the Cocteau Twins. This is one of his solo releases. He did this with Harold Budd. And if that name sounds familiar, if you know the Cocteau Twins, they did a release with Harold Budd called The Moon and the Melodies. Well, this is very similar. It's it's a lot of guitar. It's Robin Guthrie. It's his guitar, but it's also Harold Budd and his keyboards, piano, synthesizers, whatever, that he adds to this. And it's a lot more atmospheric and less guitar driven than Robin's other solo work. Really beautiful stuff. I also have this on CD. This is the last one that Robin and Harold Budd collaborated with before Harold Budd passed away a few years ago. But this one I've always wanted to get, so I finally got it. This is it's kind of a two-parter. This is called After the Night Falls. And then there's another CD that he put out with Harold Budd. Similar artwork, but it's got a red kind of shape instead of the yellow, and it's called Before the Day Breaks, and I need to get a copy of that one. I think that only comes in jewel case, though. I was hoping it would come in this digipack like this one so that they'd match, but I think the other one comes in a jewel case, which is fine, whatever, but it's just kind of weird that they released them in two different formats. But anyway, Harold Budd, and Robin Guthrie, beautiful stuff if you want to just relax and mellow out and just kind of escape into some music and kind of get out of your head and just listen to some really soothing, nice music. That's fantastic. Perfect stuff for it. So anyway, that's what I got to show today. I'm going to see the band Nothing. They're a shoegaze band. Whirr is the other band, WHIRR. They're kind of friends, these two bands, and they're touring together right now. I'm not sure who's opening and who's the main attraction, or if they just flip-flop every show. I'm not sure exactly how they're working it, but I really like the band Nothing, and I'll show some stuff on my next video because I've got a bunch of shoegaze vinyl stuff to show. But I'm really excited to see Nothing because they're fantastic. I don't know. I'll talk more about it when I talk about the records that I'm going to show. But anyway, I'm really excited to go see them. So that's my next concert. And then The Fix is after that. And then Stereolab and then X in November. So that's what's going on with me. Hope y'all are having a great weekend. It's freaking hot as hell here. Stay out of the heat if you're in a hot place. And I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.